knocked on the way from the pub last night, but there was no reply. Where were you all?
A little orgy. I'm allowed out after 11 o'clock, just occasionally, you know.
And where was Alibur then?
Oh, big orgy. He's older than I am.
Whatever it is, she can't wait. She must have rung the Rovers half a dozen times yesterday. Hey, the toast looks all right. What's the tea like?
Right, so.
Ah,
So what does Mrs. Janet Barlow want with me, I wonder?
I wonder.
I haven't seen her in ages. Uncle Albert, just give me the basics, will you? You don't need to pack the flipping kitchen sink. Auntie Edith will wash your smalls for you when you're there. Supposed to be getting him off to Glasgow, if I can get him on the train, that is.
Well, that's my good deed for the day. Whatever it is, it was urgent.
Did she say when she'll be coming?
No, she just said she'd see you tomorrow. That's today, like.
Oh, well, that'll probably be tonight then, wouldn't it, if she's working? Uncle Albert!
She said she rang here, but there was no reply. That's why she rang the Rovers.
Oh, you know, she would have rung Elsie. She doesn't have moved here yet, and Elsie was out too, was she?
I don't know. I don't keep tabs on Elsie. I'll have to keep tabs on you, though, now that you're in the orgy class.
Folk concert, actually.
That's your word for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for the tea.
OK, then, I'll see you.
Ta-ra.
Come on, Uncle Albert. Trains don't wait, you know. Not even for you.
It said that middle age is always 10 years older than you are.
I don't think you've got that quite right, have you?
Oh, well, roughly.
Roughly, me. Only I'd make it 15 years.
Well, that's what I mean. Age is relative, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, philosophy at the breakfast table, eh? Look, you just stick to reading your patient's rude magazines, eh?
Well, take Mrs. Harris.
If I must.
Well, Mrs. Harris said to me yesterday, take some of my humbugs over to the old lady with a hip in plaster. She looks a bit down in the dumps.
Very kind of her.
The old lady was 85. Mrs. Harris is 78.
Ah, so to 78, 85 is old.
You see, it's all relative.
I suppose some of the kids at the factory would think I'm old. But to Albert Tatlock, I'm young.
What are you to you?
Oh, 21, of course. A very sophisticated 21.
Oh, you'd have to be. Or what would a mature teenager like me be doing with you?
Hello. I was looking for Ken.
Oh, don't live here anymore, love, I do.
Hey, Alfie. Is it all right if I use up that bit of corned beef left from last night for my sandwiches? Only I'm skint this week.
Whenever you're not skint, yes, go on.
Where's he living now, then?
Oh, he's gone back to move in with Uncle Albert, you know, number one. Love, I've got to dash. I'm working back over at the factory again. How are you keeping?
Fine.
Oh, well, that's the spirit. See ya.
They've gone out, not 5 minutes since.
Oh, you don't know when he'll be back?
Can you mean? No. Now, they did have a suitcase with them, but I don't know whose it was. Could have been Mr. Tatlock's.
Thanks.
I dare say he'll be over at the centre later on. He's community development officer there now, you know.
Yes.
Listen, you're welcome to have a cup of tea with me if you like while you're waiting.
No, thanks.
Oh, it's no trouble. Could have a bit of a warm and a chat. Catch up on the news.
I thought Ken was divorced.
No, he's separated.
What's she like, his wife?
All right. A bit cold.
Must have had something about her for Ken to marry.
Oh, love, as I've no need to tell you, my chuck, is blind, as I know to my cost. She tried to seduce my husband.
Mrs. Barlow did?
She took a fancy to him and followed him to London where he went on business, and then she tried to make a pass.
What happened?
Well, according to my husband, nothing.
According to your husband.
I believed him.
So why did they split up, her and Ken?
Oh, well, she realised that Ken wasn't ambitious enough for her.
Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah, I know, but she wanted a posh house and detached in a posh area and all that goes with it, and realised too late that Ken wasn't tycoon material.
So she ditched him?
More or less, yeah.
I'd have done the same.
Would you?
No. I'll end up with a good-looking pauper.
There you are. 6 lemon chews. Giving kids a treat.
Oh, them's for me. For me dinner.
Your rotten dinner.
They do not for me at all, I can tell you. I feel sick with hunger all afternoon.
Well, pardon us, Chuck. I mean, we're both a bit thick. It's a qualification you have to have for working in this shop. But do you like feeling sick?
No, but at least if I get some chews in me gob when they come round with ice buns and bags of crisps, I won't feel hungry.
Ah.
It's murder working in a factory. And my old man says if I don't get shut of some of this flab, he's going to run off with skinny bitch next door but one. It's only joking, I think.
Oh, couldn't you nibble on a carrot instead?
I hate carrots. I don't reckon much to lemon juice either.
She thinks he's only joking. What? Her husband. You know, she'll make herself ill on that daft diet of hers and he'll still run off with skinny bitch next door if that's what he has in mind.
That's what in mind, running off for a thinner woman.
She's not got a lot going for her, you can tell. She chews her nails.
Listen who's talking.
Go on, slide the knife in.
Well, you know that party that Bet were going to ask you to and she asked Betty Turpin instead? Well, I met her on her way to work and she told me that gentleman were very taken with Mrs. Turpin. He found her very feminine.
He'd have found me very feminine.
Well, not if she's his type. He'd have found you all skin and bone.
Oh, probably found him very off-putting. 5 foot tall, 10 foot wide, Kojak hairdo and no sense of humour.
Oh, no, actually, I understand he were very attractive. He were nicely dressed and nicely spoken and a very pleasant manner. He had ever such a nice car.
Mavis.
Yeah.
Have a lemon chew.
I don't like them.
I don't care. It'll shut you up for 3 minutes.
So, when do you see him again then?
See you.
That fancy man that Bet found for you.
Mr. Broadley is not my fancy man, whatever that may mean. He's a gentleman of my acquaintance.
And if all gentlemen of a barmaid's acquaintance were their fancy men, she wouldn't get a lot of work done.
You'd be on her list for a staff spread.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, it's all bluff.
Hey, you asked me round to your place for a bite of home cooking. I'll show you who's bluffing.
No, you invite her out for supper to a posh restaurant and we'll see who's bluffing.
Yeah, you're dead right there, Mrs.
Of
Sharple.
course I'm right. They're all out for all they can get her, fellas.
All I can say is you must have a very poverty-stricken private lad if you want to
Yeah.
take interest in mine.
We have love.
I know different. Yes, Hilda, love.
Have a light ale.
Yes, right.
I see that Janet Barlow's back.
What do you mean exactly, back?
Well, how do I know? I just bumped into her in the street this morning. I suppose she could be moving back in with Ken.
I saw the milkman in the street this morning. I don't think he's moving in with Ken.
Ooh, you're very good at making mock, aren't you? It's all right, I'm used to it. I've got broad shoulders, I've had to have. But whatever's fetched that madam back round here, it's not no social visit. In my opinion, it could be trouble for Ken.
At least, ways you hope so.
Oh, I do not, Mrs. Sharples. That's a wicked thing to say. I'm very fond of Kenneth. Why should I wish trouble on him?
Suppose you would, not personal. But without somebody around here with a bit of trouble, you'd have now to talk about.
Well, talk about pot calling a flaming kettle.
Hey, ladies, calm down, will you? I can't stand all this aggro. It's giving me brain ache. Anyway, we'll all have something to talk about now we've got Betty's social life going full throttle.
Oh, hey.
You know that card you got in window?
We've got about 3 dozen.
The one for self-cont bedsit. FF suit ref biz lady.
Oh, not the one for the ivory satin wedding dress. Princess style, lavish lace trim, never been worn.
No, that comes after I've got my self-cont bedsit. You've got to have a trap before you can start trapping. Why has it never been worn?
Well, perhaps she got converted to nudism before wedding. Or maybe she miscalculated how much weight she put on and ended up wearing a smock. Or maybe he didn't show up.
Or maybe she took another look at him and said, "Nor on your Nelly."
I like it.
We women are conditioned to think of ourselves as victims, but we're not. The spiders and flies are both sexes.
Oh, heck, I hope I'm as wise as you are, bit time I'm as old as you are. So what about this flat?
Well, have you got the address and phone number if there's one? I want to go round now. Gail's giving me next on dinner hour.
Kind of her.
Oh, not really. She knows I'll soon have no roof over my head and I'll spend the whole afternoon moaning. I'm a good moaner.
So what happened? Fall out with your landlady?
No, I didn't. She fell out with me. Hey, what does ref mean? As in ref biz lady?
Refined. Still, I expect you're a good actress as well. Was it the postman?
Yeah.
Why did he need to knock?
We couldn't get through the letterbox.
Oh, what on earth's that?
I'm not quite sure.
It's obviously a greeting card of some kind. It's not our anniversary or birthday or anything. Have they sent it to the right address?
Yes, yes. It's addressed to me, actually.
Then open it, love.
It's not from you, is it?
No, Ernest. Did you get one?
No, I did not get one. Did you get one?
I didn't get one. Did Bet get one?
No, Bet did not get one.
Well, somebody got one because we sold loads.
Well, nobody I know got one, Chuck, except a few kids at the factory. Them dead obscene kind. I wouldn't call them Valentines, not even in my young days. Not even now, for that matter.
Obscene's the new word for rude,
Oh,
isn't it?
yes, we're all better educated. We know a lot more words, but we're none the wiser. Just makes the rows last longer, that's all.
Well, I go along with Eartha Kitt myself. I'm just an old-fashioned girl. Forget the full frontals, give me June, moon and spoon, and the odd occasional soppy Valentine like maybe see it. Listen, I'm one up on you. I know somebody that got one. Go on, show her. Make a day.
It's from Derek.
I thought they were supposed to be secret.
Well, he put his initials on the back, look, DW.
Could be Fred G.
Why would Fred G sign at DW?
As a disguise.
Oh, do you know, she's only annoyed because she didn't get one. Not even from Fred G. You know, he used to have a crush on her. He used to bring her little pot plants. Well, she hadn't had a little pot plant for ages.
I never had a pot plant in my life. Just lots and lots of roses. Ta-ra, see you.
Take more than a Valentine put spring back in her summer. Bitch. And you.
She's still a very attractive woman, though. And you. It's not always the obvious birds that catch the worms, is it? I mean, think of Mrs. Turpin and a date last night. Think of me.
You are not going to last the day, lady, if you're not careful.
You're being childish.
Oh, here we go again. Attack is the best form of defence.
A stupid car!
It is stupid and an absolute waste of money. She'd have done better to give it to Oxfam.
Anybody would think it was my fault. I didn't encourage the stupid girl to send me the damn thing.
She obviously thought it would be well received.
Well, you certainly jumped. Why, obviously? Why could it have been a joke? From the girls in the office, a practical joke.
Because knowing them, they'd choose one that was filthy or insulting or allegedly humorous. And they certainly wouldn't waste 75p on it. It was penciled in on the back. And if anybody's being childish, it's you, by going on with this absurd farce of pretending not to know who it's from.
But I don't know who it's from. It's not signed, is it?
It doesn't need to be. Who else is it but that silly Thelma thing?
Well, all right, she's a silly girl, but don't blame me.
So you do know who it's from. There's somebody at the door.
I don't encourage her.
Don't you?
No, you know perfectly well I went to speak to her.
I know you told me you spoke to her, but did you? Must be very flattering to have a younger woman.
Hello, Janet.
Hello.
Come in, come in. Yes, of course it's all right. Come on, yes, yes.
Oh, hello, Janet. Oh, what an unexpected surprise.
I'm sorry to butt in.
Oh, no, you weren't. We were just,
We're just finishing lunch. Yes.
How are you? How are things? Do you like a cup of tea?
No, I won't, actually. I was looking for Ken, but he doesn't seem to be anywhere around.
Well, he won't be far away.
I expect he'll surface soon.
Yes.
Well, I'll be seeing you then.
Yes, pop in later, perhaps, and we'll have a chat.
Yes, we must.
Yes.
I'll see you.
Bye.
I'll see you later.
A silly teenage girl, yes, but I can't understand a grown woman actually going into a shop and buying a thing like this.
Perhaps it's because you're just not romantic.
Not where other women's husbands are concerned.
Hey, I've just seen her again, not 5 minutes since going into Bishop's.
She's still waiting for Ken. She was round at our house this morning looking for him.
Oh, then she got a long wait then. Ken was taking Albert to the station and then he was going to spend the day in town. I doubt he'd be back before tea time.
Oh, well, I think somebody ought to tell her that. I mean, she can't hang about all day in the cold, can she?
You just said you're in the Bishop's.
Oh, yeah, but she can't stay there all afternoon. They both go out to work. Oh, talk of the devil.
You're always talking about some poor devil or other. Who is it this time?
Well, I was just saying as how you was entertaining Ken Barlow's wife. Been a long time, hasn't it, since she were round here?
Has it? Oh.
She didn't give no hint, did she, as to what fetched her back all of a sudden?
As a matter of fact, Hilda, this is strictly between you and me, mate.
Oh, yeah, won't go no further.
I understand it was a 94 bus. Half a bit of peace, Fred.
You've Madam Ogden a flea in her ear, did you?
If that's possible.
Well, the skin's thicker than most, that's true.
Hey, I don't know why Ken bothered marrying this bird. I mean, they weren't together 10 minutes, were they?
Well, when it comes to making mistakes, Fred, I'm the expert.
I'll second that.
Yeah. But as to how we make them or why we make them, I'm as ignorant as anybody.
Thanks, Fred. See me.
Hey, did you know that Gail's pal was looking for somewhere to live? So? Well, I suggested she come and live with you. I mean, there'd be another rent coming in. What, house mother to a couple of teenage tearaways? Not likely. I've got problems of my own.
Hey, if I'd home of my own, I'd put her up.
Oh, aye. Would you be so eager if it was a poor, miserable old-age pensioner?
No.
No. Well, at least you're honest.
It was a kind thought, Thelma, but...
I hoped you'd guess it was from me.
Yeah, but you really shouldn't have sent it, you know.
Could have got a cheaper one, but it is only once a year.
I know it was only meant as a joke.
Well,
but
it wasn't a joke.
No, I don't mean a joke, not a funny ha-ha joke, as a pleasantry. But, you know, it's all very well when people are unattached to indulge in this kind of thing, but it's a different thing altogether when one of the parties happens to be attached, married, like I am. I mean, I don't misunderstand, but other people do.
Like your missus, for instance.
Yeah, well, anyway, I appreciate it, Thelma, but please, no more Valentine cards, no more cards of any kind. I mean, we're business colleagues, so there's no need for... Well, there's just no need.
I don't see anything wrong in sending a man you work with a Valentine card, married or not.
Would you like anything to eat? A slice of toast? We do things on toast like beans or cheese or an egg.
No, thanks. Do I look that much in need of a square meal?
No, I only thought, you know...
Go on, then. I'll have beans on toast.
Oh, well, I mean, I wasn't trying to push you. Like, we're not like that here. I mean, anybody's welcome just to come and sit and have a cup of tea.
Yes, I know.
Well, beans on toast. Oh,
I'm off now. I'll see you in about an hour.
right.
Well, well, well. Hello, stranger.
Hello, Rita. How's things?
Oh, fascinating as ever. And you?
Oh, you know.
Ken seems well.
Is he? Busy?
Well, if you mean work, yes. If you mean socially, sorry, I can't help you. Well, must love you and leave you. Got every date with my dentist. See ya.
Yes, all right. She admitted it was from her. Well, admit is hardly the right word. I didn't have to drag it out of her. Oh, look, Emily, she's just a simple soul. I don't mean simple in that sense. She's not devious.
Like me, do you mean?
I didn't say like anybody. It's just that she's not very bright when it comes to certain things. She doesn't see the implications that you would. That we would, I mean. Oh, I'm quite sure she saw nothing wrong in sending that card at all.
Even though you were supposed to have specifically told her to stop embarrassing us both only the day before. She's not simple, she's moronic.
Oh, she's not.
Well, if she isn't, then you are. Well, you certainly are when it comes to dealing with this situation, Ernest. Obviously, there's only one thing left to do.
Look, there is nothing we have to do. I've told her no more cards, no more anything.
And we all know how effective that will prove to be, judging from your last performance. I mean, what will she send you tomorrow? A silk tie and a bottle of aftershave? No, I'm afraid there's nothing else for it, Ernest.
I shall have to talk to her myself.
Hello. This is the best place you could find.
I was waiting for you.
It's been warmer at the Rovers.
I didn't want to go in there.
You been waiting long?
Not really.
Oh, come on. Oh, don't blame Len. He did give me a message, said you were coming. But you weren't very specific about the time. And I had a lot of appointments in town.
That's okay.
Right, well, come on, let's get inside then. You do want to come in?
Yes.
If I can find my key.
Coming soon on Granada Plus, another series from our classic collection. Edwardian drama with Upstairs Downstairs starts on Sunday, February 23rd. Next tonight, all the best from food to fashion. The Good Life Guide is after the break.